We are live once again, boys and girls. Welcome to the Dropshot Call of Duty podcast, episode 543. My name is Casey, aka Razinon. I'm joined by Tanner, and today we got some stuff to talk about.
A little bit, huh?
Regarding Black Ops 6 and Blops 7. Yeah, that's a new moniker I've come up with because we are lacking in content in the game, which is fine because it's almost over. All right, yeah, so today we actually have some stuff to talk about. Obviously, primarily revolving around BO7. Not a ton, but something, which we will get into. And we're back live, by the way. Yeah, we had to do some pre-recorded eps last week.
Oh, yeah. I forgot those were pre-recorded. Man, they missed us, huh?
They missed us, yeah. Pat,
All four of them
the new ODB, the other ODB, which stands for, of course, Old Dying Bitch, Pat, was in the YouTube video premiere chatting as if we were there. We were not there.
Yeah.
And then he exposed himself and we
weren't there.
at him.
Yeah, we were not there.
Shout out to Pat. That was funny. Oh yeah, I like this. And then he goes, this isn't live. In the chat to himself. Great stuff. Yeah. Anyway, but we're back live now this week. So as far as announcements go, we did do a Patreon episode. And boy, do I remember what it was about. I remember what it was about.
Uh-huh.
A lot.
Oh, it was the Noah J Zombies video, right?
Oh, it was the Zombies deep dish pizza. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because the blog post covered almost nothing, so it's a good thing
Correct.
we did that Noah J 246, whatever his numbers are there. We dove super deep into that, yeah.
Yes, we did. That was our last Patreon app. We still got, I think, one more to do, which we will be doing tomorrow. Yeah. Probably put it out tomorrow as well. So if you're hearing this on Friday, then that Patreon app will be up today at some point as well. So also, everything out for our domestic patrons on Friday. All right. So now,
yeah, what's up with the time? The time you put is like literally an hour too early, but whatever. It's fine.
Oh, that's what I'll be there for an hour, so I guess we're doing a staggered hangout.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind.
Yeah,
that's always when we started. I put 6:30, didn't I?
No, you put 5:30.
Oh, yeah, because I was thinking, that's a time zone.
We'll stagger it though. We'll have our own little meet and greets. We'll each have an hour time slot.
Yeah, we'll each have an hour. Yeah, we'll have an hour. So anyway,
sign some papers.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. So let's get into it. Okay. So as far as BO6, I mean, I'm super not interested in talking about it anyway. But even if I were, they haven't done a patch, at least according to their own website in the patch notes section, since August 13th. Now, if Tanner clicks the link, maybe it'll be a different link. I don't know. But it doesn't matter, actually. So, hope that helps. We got Season 5 or whatever it was, and or Reloaded. Don't know at this point, and it doesn't matter. Fuck ass, shit ass, buns ass game.
Yeah.
So, it's Black Ops 6 for a reason, because it's lacking in content.
Yeah.
It's all old, rehashed bullshit. So,
what are we at? Wow, yeah. Yeah, it ain't looking too hot. Everyone's favorite chart, Steam, fucking lower than ever.
Oh,
again.
no. Really?
Yeah, that's bad.
That's what they're saying?
That's really fucking bad. Yeah, that's terrible stuff, actually. Yeah, Verdansk sucks.
Yeah, as is Rebirth Island. And by the way, we were just watching... I was browsing Twitch before the program started.
Were you?
And I was like, who's playing Warzone? And I saw some people playing Warzone, so I clicked on Symphony. And he's playing Ranked Resurgence. And I gotta tell you, looked really not fun at all.
I forgot that existed.
Yeah. Yep.
Forgot that existed. Wow.
I mean, this late into the season, we're playing ranked resurgence
it's kind
instead
of
ranked
odd.
big map. What does that tell you about the quality of ranked big map?
It's very interesting being a Warzone content creator because streaming Rebirth ranked in season 5 of Black Ops 6 in almost September of 2025 is just absolutely diabolical work. I feel bad for him and everyone else playing with him.
Yeah.
Just terrible fucking. Play another game for a couple months.
Yeah.
Wild.
Take a sabbatical. Yeah, that's how I feel as well.
I mean, yeah.
By the way, getting fucking shit slammed too. Like not doing well. Because as we've been saying, everyone left who's playing Warzone, especially ranked, this is like demons only or cheaters.
Yeah.
Like that's all that's playing now. Like there no free easy kills ever. Like yeah, it's just a disaster. So keep that in mind. But anyway, yeah, nothing really going on with BO6, but who gives a motherfuck? On to greener, brighter horizons and pastures, respectively, but reversed. First, we have some news from Charles Intel. This actually isn't that big of a deal at all. BO7 co-op campaign will not feature difficulty settings like previous COD campaigns. The game will auto-scale difficulty based on how many players are in your squad of 4. What I take this to mean is actually it's not going to scale based on how many players are in your squad. That'll maybe be part of it, but it's going to literally just use the multiplayer / Warzone SBMM algorithm and apply it to the quality of the bots in the campaign to determine how difficult it actually is. Which is a good use of those algorithms, I think. That's like campaign's always going to be against bots, I guess, until the last mission or whatever, but then it still is. I don't know. But like, you know, dynamically scaling AI difficulty for how good you and your squad are, that sounds like a good use of AI, which I'm a huge fan of, and they're like SBMM or whatever. So I'm kind of down with this. Not many games don't have a difficulty selector for single player, but the ones that do are typically pretty well regarded. If you guys have ever heard of Dark Souls, Elden Ring.
Yeah, that's very similar to this, huh?
Which is gonna be similar in difficulty, surely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Cope can't beat Elden Ring, by the way.
Really? Did he get stuck?
No, I don't know. I don't.
All right.
I mean, he could eventually, I'm sure, figure it out. But I think the only thing I heard is they were doing like a cheat co-op thing, and he was still getting slammed or whatever. And then in single player, he was getting stuck on a boss, and it amused me.
Yeah, that'll happen.
I don't know if it's true, but I like slandering Cope on the program, so keep that in mind. So anyway. Yeah. So anyway, that's, not a big deal, but whatever. This, on the other hand, may or may not be a big deal. Depending on who you are, I guess. Fucking breaking news. Activision, and this was posted 2 days ago, has said that they hear the feedback and bundles and items in Blops 7 will fit the Black Ops identity. So here's what they say in this blog post, I guess. Your feedback matters is the heading of this Activision blog post. So just to get that out of the way, that's not true. Your feedback doesn't matter. That will become abundantly clear if anything is wildly unpopular in the beta. Everyone says so, and then they don't change it at all. It'll become abundantly clear to you. Your feedback does not matter. In fact, in this very episode, as a matter of fact, I will point out that your feedback doesn't matter when the Treyarch dev said, I don't think the Pick 10 system is that good, actually. We'll get to that And we will harken back to this point. So clip me now, link me in about 15 minutes when this becomes relevant. Because here they say your feedback matters. So just to be clear, that's not true. Your feedback does not matter. They don't care and they didn't ask. In Blop 7, bundles and items will be crafted, don't say crafted, to fit the Black Ops identity. We hear the feedback. We need to deliver a better balance toward the immersive, comma splice core Call of Duty experience. Okay. A ton of feedback, don't say a ton of feedback, has already gone into BO7, and that's not true. And in the coming weeks, you'll hear much more directly from Treyarch. So keep in mind, this is Treyarch saying, specifically Treyarch saying your feedback matters. And just, I want to plant a flag, and we will be turning around and I'll be pointing at it and say, hey, remember that. Here's just some of the info you can look forward to from the studio. Multiplayer, more info, and zombies, more info as well. None of which sounds super relevant. We're going to get, well, it does. Additional info on maps, weapons, and systems, refined movement updates, what we're doing to ensure the core moment-to-moment gameplay experience takes a leap forward. Not sure exactly what that means. And then zombies stuff. Okay. So, what's interesting about this, sorry, I meant to pull this up. Actually, let's go on to the next thing here. Activision says, some of you have said we've drifted from what made COD unique in the first place. Immersive, intense, visceral, and in many ways grounded. That feedback hits home and we take it seriously. We hear you. Again, not true. Here's more details. BO6 content will not carry forward into BO7 anymore. Operators, operator skins will not carry forward. Only double XP tokens and gobblegums will. And here's what Activision says. BO7 needs to feel authentic to COD and its setting. This is why BO6 operator and weapon content will not carry forward to BO7. Double XP tokens and gobblegums will still carry forward because we recognize your time and progression are important. This change applies only to BO7. Warzone will not be affected, and all of your BO6 content stays usable there. Okay, and then what is this last thing? Yeah, okay. Okay, so TLDR, obviously, is that everyone was butthurt about the operator skins, and more people were talking about it. Like, oh, the BO7 skins or excuse me, the Beavis and Butthead skins are dumb. The fucking American Dad skins are dumb. It feels super out of place. And then they had also said for BO7 that all of the BO6 stuff is going to carry forward. So like all the weapons, all the operator skins, and all the operators themselves. Now, the way they handled this for BO6 launch was for the first season and or for season 0, nothing carried forward.
Season 0.
Okay. And then on the launch of season 1, they opened the floodgates and you could use the old shit again.
Yeah, so it was like 2 weeks or 10 days or something. It was not very long.
Yeah. And so their original plan for BO7 wasn't even to do that. It was going to be day 1 American Dad with a full attachment mastery camo AUG slamming your shit easily while you're trying to level your guns. And now they're not doing that. So this is good because you'd think it means they're listening to the player base. And I guess in some sense they are. But on the other hand, the more cynical people that I've seen talking about this, who are correct, by the way, said, well, they're splitting the baby, first of all, because they're allowing it into Warzone still. And a lot of people are going to be mad about that. Although they all play casual, and casual doesn't use American Dad skins, the bots. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
so it actually doesn't matter, and it's fine. But also, this is just more impetus for them to sell you even more skins in BO7. And this is my main issue with this, is they're talking about, oh, we hear you. We need to stay grounded. It needs to feel gritty, immersive, and realistic like a Black Ops game in the Black Ops world. But then by season 3, there will be a collab with fucking the Cookie Monster or something. And we are going to get the goofy fuck ass skins 1,000 out of 1,000 times again, obviously. And they already know that. So what are they doing here? Lying. They're just lying to you. While all the eyeballs are on BO7 and it has all of the attention because they're doing their marketing push right now before they abandon us and don't talk to us for 9 months like happens every year. While attention is on it and while they're doing the marketing, they're pretending to appease the consumer and say, hey, most of you, sounds like you guys don't like the retarded skins we're selling you. So we're going to not have them in BO7 because BO7, it's important to us that we listen to your feedback and it feels grounded. But what they're not saying is that, hey, also, here's what we're going to do. We're going to wait until we're done talking to you guys and the attention's gone away and we've sold all the boxes we're going to sell. And then we are going to push all of these retarded skins and more down your throat. And I hope that helps, and we never intended on listening to your feedback or making BO7 feel realistic. That's my problem with it. And it's so obvious that's what's going to happen, as many people have pointed out.
Yeah. I mean, these collabs are planned, I mean, how many months in advance?
Right. Good point.
Maybe a year in advance. Any collab they would do for the title game, they probably have planned prior to the game releasing. So they would have a collab planned for season 6 of BO7 right now, probably with some group, whatever it would be. So yeah, what's going to happen?
In sync.
Are they one, just going to lie and they're going to release those anyways? 2, are they going to somehow cancel all those? Or 3, are they going to not allow them in multiplayer, but maybe for the first time ever, we'll see Warzone specific skins that you can buy in the store that say specifically on there can only be used in Warzone. But then if people buy a bunch of Warzone specific skins this year, what's going to happen at the end of next year when Infinity Ward takes over and creates a whole new game out of nothing again and none of your skins work? Then everyone's going to be mad at that. So I don't know what they can or will do.
I think
personally, like I don't care that much. Like the skins are lame, I think, like the American Dad ones, everything like that. It's super lame. But I mean, one of them like literally shines so bright you see it in every dark corner. So it's like, okay, I mean, if you want to use that and make my life easier, fine.
Right.
But it's just, it makes sense that they're not doing it in multiplayer because that's more like in line with the story of the main title game. But more people play Warzone than play multiplayer. So it's like,
I don't know if that's true anymore, but maybe.
I mean,
honestly,
nobody plays either anymore, but I would.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
There's no way multiplayer is close to the level of Warzone still, I would imagine.
Yeah,
I wish we had info on that stuff. I would think cool. It's not even fucking close, and Warzone has way more players, but who knows?
Oh, it's free to play.
But
so
like for me, the Black Ops level of skins are cringe and lame anyways. So it's like all the skins are going to be shit either way. It's either going to be like some new dumb collab,
true.
Or it's just going to be the lame robot skins they've been doing for the last 15 years that are always super trash. So
or a guy
either
with
way,
jeans
they're going to
and
fucking
an eye patch.
suck.
It's retarded. Yeah.
But for multiplayer on like small maps, I do get it. It makes more sense with like their whole futuristic theme. If the character models and the skins they're selling look like that compared to like fucking, I don't know, something else, you know, like a Ninja Turtle skin being there or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't really care what they do either way.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really either. My main issue is that they're lying. And I don't think they'll do the thing that you said they might do, which is like have them be Warzone only. Because when it depends, I guess. Okay, let's say they have a collab planned with Futurama or whatever. And if Futurama paid them, then Activision says, actually, your skins won't be usable in multiplayer. It'll only be in Warzone. Futurama might be like, hey, what the fuck? We paid you guys to put this in both. We're not getting what we paid for. So that would be a problem. And then they wouldn't do it, or they'd have to like refund Futurama or something. But on the other hand, if Activision paid Futurama to use the skins, then obviously they could do what you said. I don't know how those deals work. I don't know who pays who. I don't know who's benefiting here. So I have to imagine, I don't know. I have no idea. So that, I guess that could be possible. It just depends on how that transaction works. But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of with you. Like, I don't really care. To be clear, I'd prefer they not exist, honestly. Because they got way too fucking crazy. Like, you know, actually, I hate all of it. Even like the realistic looking, like, I don't know, 21 Savage.
Just want everyone to be
it just
naked
feels
or what?
It feels so dumb, where it's like everyone is this guy, like this rapper guy, or Nicki Minaj or whatever. It just feels so stupid.
It doesn't matter, man. Once your controller locks on, nothing. It doesn't matter what their character.
I mean, you're right. Like. Yeah, it does. It's not a huge deal to me, but I'd rather none of it exist at all. Especially because of how crazy it's gotten. But ultimately, yeah, whatever they do, I don't really care. But with that said, again, I'm just mad that they're obviously lying. I guarantee you they're going to continue doing collabs. Just look at how many collabs they've done. Like, it's obviously making them a fucking bucket load of money. So to think they're going to stop doing it is completely insane. It's completely insane. The only thing you might be able to say is, well, yeah, of course they're going to keep doing the collabs, but now, since they want it to stay Black Ops feeling, they'll only do collabs with appropriate franchises that wouldn't feel out of place in the Black Ops universe. And that is like a super, like what? Like what franchise would that be? Like, oh, Rambo, because, you know, Rambo shoots guns and is a soldier. That would still be way out of place. It wouldn't be as insane as American Dad cel shaded, I'll give you that. But that would still not feel like Black Ops at all. Especially when everyone is like this one character. It's not like generic skins they're selling. It's like, this is some guy with his face and his all signature shit. It's just retarded. And so they are lying. Like, that's my issue with it. And as some people have also pointed out, on top of that, why don't they just instead have a filter in the game where you go into your UI settings and you say, hey, do you want the like grounded skins filter on or off? Like, they used to have a profanity filter. They don't anymore. Can't cuss, even though their operator, Terminator, that feels out of place, by the way, and many others, says the word fuck, but you're not allowed to type the word fuck anymore. Hope that helps. Profanity filter, however, used to be a thing. Why can't they do another thing right next to it called grounded skin filter? And if you turn it on, if someone's using American Dad, it just uses one of the generic default operators instead. Like, they could easily do that. But
yeah,
they choose not. Well, I don't know why they don't do that, actually, because then everyone kind of gets what they want. They could continue selling bundles, and then the people who are mad about it can, you know, not have to deal with them, and then everyone's happy. And that seems pretty easy to do, by the way. So I don't know why they don't do that.
Yeah, everyone always talks about that, and I don't know, it seems odd to just have a setting for that, but like, I guess it is possible, right? It would almost just like randomize what camo the person has on. I don't know.
Or just assign an operator to whatever skin. So like when they put out the American Dad, it's like, all right, if anyone has the Roger skin, it's going to be Baker or whatever, you know?
Like, has a game ever done that before?
A COD game? Not to my knowledge.
No, like any video game. Has any game ever done that? Because people always bring that up, like, oh, just add like a filter.
Yes, because
I'm like, does that even exist?
Games have profanity filters for streamers. So like if there's nudity in a game, you can just like go into your settings and put it in like streamer mode. And then instead of being naked when those characters come up, they'll have like clothes on or something.
Yeah.
That's obviously like different
but
than
just
a
like
multiplayer
changing the
game.
entire like changing the
Yeah.
entire character model in an online like Warzone respawn game. I don't know, I just feel like they would mess that up. I'm not sure how, but
They would. Yeah, they would.
I'm gonna get some water. Once you get to the next part, by the way, I found the actual article about that pick 10 tweet. Where
Okay.
It's actually the dev talking about it.
Yeah, we'll
so I
take a look
linked
at
it
the
in
whole
there.
article then. Okay. But anyway, yeah, I mean, on the skin front, it's, yeah, again, I don't really care. But just remember what they're saying here. I just want you guys to remember this when season 2 or 3 happens and they start doing bundles and collabs again. They said your feedback matters. They said they want Black Ops 7 to feel grounded and realistic and immersive. It won't. They will sell bundles, and no matter what collab they do, it's not going to feel like Black Ops, period. So I hope that helps. However, on the bright side, weapons not carrying forward is awesome. But I don't really play multiplayer that much. I will on launch, to be fair. But they're still, the weapons are still going to carry forward to Warzone. What they didn't mention, but what I think we can assume, by the way, is that if the BO6 weapons aren't carrying forward, neither are the MW2 and 3 weapons carrying forward. Because they said all of that was carrying forward originally. So it would be very weird if MW2 and MW3 guns carried forward and not Black Ops 6. But there is a very, very, very outside chance they do, which would be fucking insane, but I doubt it. But regardless, the weapons not carrying forward to multiplayer is really good. Because
it's good for multiplayer.
that happened to me. I talked about it. Day 1 of MW3, I was fighting a guy who was using, what was it, a Vaznev and a... oh man, what was the gun called?
Attack 56.
Yes. Yep. Full attachments, mastery camos, day 1. I'm using my level 1 whatever the fuck gun. I was incredibly fucking bugged. But that won't be happening, and that's good. So, yeah. Just don't carry the weapons forward to Warzone also. Those are the only substantial things that like I would actually care about, and even then it doesn't matter too much. But anyway, that's that. So, moving on. Remember, they lied to you. That there's lie number 1. All right. So here's lie number 2. So here's an article by Cade Onder on comicbook.com. I don't know why this
looks
is
like
here.
a fake ass shit ass website, but apparently, I mean, this whole interview could just be made up and fake because this is a fuck ass website. So
This
keep that in
is
mind.
a really bad website, and it's on comicbook.com. I don't know why it would be here. However, Charlie Intel has tweeted from this article as if it's real. I'm gonna outsource my research on whether this is real or not to Charlie Intel. If they tweeted about it, it's probably real. Let's see. This was on the 19th. One of the devs of Blops 7 has explained why the franchise hasn't brought back the beloved Pick 10 system in nearly a decade. If you're not familiar, Pick 10 was the system introduced in BO2 where you could only have 10 items.
Just
in your
start
loadout.
reading at the BO7 developer explains why they left it behind.
This is all a
beginning
bunch
part
of
doesn't matter.
fuck-ass shit.
So
Okay.
start onto the next image there.
During my preview of Blop 7, I got to participate in a roundtable interview with some devs of the game at Treyarch. Treyarch design director Matt Scrance
That's Scrance.
was asked how the team decides what to bring back from old games, especially since BO7 is a bit of a spiritual successor and sequel, it's a direct sequel, in fact, to BO2, and the topic of Pick 10 was brought up. Scrance talked a bit about how the system requires too much thinking for the average player, and he doesn't believe it's better than the current loadout creation mechanics. So
That's
just the
Probably
audacity.
true. Yeah, that's true.
The
honestly.
audacity for them to say, your feedback matters, right? And in the same week to say, hey, we know Pick 10 is super fucking popular. We know it's super popular and you guys want it, right? But you can go and fuck yourself because I specifically, the design director, Matt Scronce, me, I think I know what's better for you than what you're telling me you want, which is that the Pick 10 system is too hard for your feeble, retarded brains to figure out. It's too complicated for the average player. Now, to be clear, that's probably true. Because the average player, as we've learned recently, judging from their excitement at the removal of the PA indicator, for example, and their insistence on playing Warzone casual, is a fucking retard. So to be clear, it probably is too complicated of a system for the average player, but so is every loadout system then. Because it's not complicated, and I hope that helps. What's complicated about the Pick 10 system? That's what I don't understand. It's actually incredibly simple. As popular. You have 10 points, and then you add shit until you're out of points. Anyone who can turn on a console, in fact, can figure that out. They can count to 10, surely. So I don't know what the fuck he means by that. It's probably a lie. What he actually means is, again, hey, I know it's really popular of a system and you guys all want it. Kill yourselves. Because we're not doing it anyway because I know better. Kind of reminds me of the fun and exciting MW2 beta moment I talked about recently, where everyone said we want a traditional minimap, and they went out of their way to say, hey, we hear your feedback and you can go and fuck yourselves. We think we know better. You're not getting a traditional minimap. Hope that helps. And suck on my cock and balls, signed Infinity Ward. Treyarch has now taken the torch, and they're doing the same shit.
I do not think Pick 10 is nearly as popular as you're making it sound.
Well,
I think a very small percentage of people want it.
But
yeah, I don't think anybody gives a fuck about it. I think it's only like the CDL kids at this point that care about it. I don't think this is the more popular system, and it's not even close, honestly.
I
would bet like less than 20% of the player base wants this back. I don't give a fuck about it. It doesn't matter to me. I don't think I even want it. And I think like
I do.
It requires more thinking. That kind of makes sense, because even like now in Call of Duty, even if players are like really bad and don't know how to build guns, what are they going to do? They're going to go to the optic. They're going to slap on the optic. They're going to look at like the magazine. They're going to be like, oh, I should put on a bigger magazine. They're going to look at the foregrip and be like, oh, this one helps with recoil. Are they picking like the wrong recoil grip or something? Sure. Are they picking a shitty optic? Sure. But they're still building their gun easily. Whether or not it's a piece of shit build, that's one thing. But they're building the gun in their mind easily, and it's making sense for them. And I don't think they can do that with a Pick 10 system. They wouldn't know what to do. So I can see it for like really shitter fuck players, which is the vast majority of Call of Duty. I think it is too difficult to try to figure out. Because then you have to deal with like, do some things take up 2 points, you know, like didn't BO4 have some that took up 2 points, or was that just when you use like the, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do not think this is even close to as popular as you're making it sound. I don't think most people want this back at all.
I disagree. And I get why you think that, and you could be right, to be clear. You could be right. However, I think Pick 10 is in the same vein as like SBMM, where 5 years ago, when it was new, the version of SBMM we have now, not lobby balancing, everyone talked about how they don't want SBMM. Everyone said remove SBMM, get rid of it. But now it's been 5 years. This SBMM hasn't changed. We've given up. The player base has given up, and they obviously they still do talk about SBMM sometimes, but not nearly as much as they did before. So is the removal of SBMM less popular now? I don't think so. I think it's just people stop talking about it. And the Pick 10, I think, is the same thing, except it's been 10 years instead of 5. Now, I'm not saying I want exactly the Pick 10 system back. You could almost certainly make the Pick 10 system better, but still be in the spirit of a pick 10 system, maybe a pick 12, or like, you know, have it function slightly differently, maybe guarantee more things than you used to with pick 10, which I don't think guaranteed anything, but I don't think it's less popular, even though it's like not really talked about as much anymore. And I also just don't agree that it's harder. Like, you still build guns easily with the pick 10 system. I don't know what he means by that, and I don't really know what he meant either.
Just judging by how pick 10 used to be, like, granted, it would be different now if they brought it back, but like, it used to be you just like wouldn't even have a secondary. So things like that is where it becomes difficult for players to like understand what to take. They're like, oh, should I have a secondary and like waste 2 points on that, or should I just put more into my gun? Like, that is confusing to people. Then trying to worry about like lethals and tacticals. So even if it came back, it wouldn't be close to a pick 10 system. So then it would just be more similar to what we have now. Like, they're going to guarantee you tacticals. They're going to guarantee you lethals. They would probably guarantee perks. So it's like, how does any of that even work?
Well, they did guarantee tacticals and lethals, kind of.
Did it?
Because in BO4, because it was tied to the operators. If you picked your operator, you were kind of guaranteed those things.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, look, I'm not saying the BO2 pick 10 system would necessarily be better than this system that we're going to get, which is a guaranteed thing in every slot plus a guaranteed 6 augments. But I think it would be. Honestly, I think it'd be a lot better. It'd be more interesting. Here's what I think the real reason is we haven't gotten a pick 10 system back. And this is fair, but just say this. It's too hard for us as devs to balance. It's not too hard for the player. So he said his excuse is, oh, it's too hard for the average player to figure out. I just don't agree with that. I think the real problem is we're too dumb, actually, as a dev studio to balance a pick 10 system, which is fair, because balancing a pick 10 system is pretty fucking hard, actually. Especially with like perk greed and shit and the operator mods that we had. Not to say there would be operator mods necessarily with a pick 10 system, but I think a pick 10 is way harder to balance than just, we're going to guarantee people everything in every slot. And I think that's why we haven't gotten it back. But it's not because, but again, my issue is they're just lying. They're saying, oh, we're not bringing a pick 10 system for the player's benefit. No, you're not. You're doing it for your benefit, because it'd be too hard for you to balance. Now, you could argue it's impossible for us to balance, so we are doing it for your benefit, because we are literally incapable of balancing it. And if we gave it to you, it would be wildly imbalanced. And so for your benefit, and we wouldn't be able to not have it be that way. So for your benefit, we're not including the pick 10 system. Fair argument. But just say that then. Don't lie. I just don't believe him when he says this. I think he's lying.
Yeah.
And again, your feedback matters. So, yeah. But I mean, to Tanner's credit, or to Tanner's point, rather, no one was talking about pick 10 lately. No one said, oh, I hope BO7 has a pick 10 system. I didn't see that fucking once. So, I mean, to be fair, that's something. But anyway, pick 10's a debate we have every single game. And some people on my team just want us to do it so bad, said Scronce. We talk about it all. We haven't gone back to it yet because I'm not convinced it's better. Yeah. How many surveys did you do where you were asked if you want a pick 10 system, by the way? Because I didn't do any. I didn't get that survey. Email? No, yeah, I didn't get that email. So for those of you who did get that email, please let me know. But like, they didn't even seek our feedback, to be clear. And the fact that they were talking about it every time for the last 6 years, and they always say no without having asked for anyone else's feedback once, is kind of fucking insane. But your feedback matters, though, right? Our feedback matters. Yeah. Ard, Est, and Cade, all the devs. So keep that in mind. I think there's an argument to be made that there's trade-offs, obviously, instead of guaranteeing an augment in every slot. Yeah, really compelling. Now I have to, but at the same time, now I have to put a little bit more thought into my loadout creation. And he says this like it's a bad thing. I have to do a little bit of math. No, you don't. And if I'm thinking about all of the players who play our game and how it is right now, where I just go in and I just click, 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 and I fill up slots, right? It's a very easy thing to do. Okay. What does that make it better? I hate the devs, man. Now, that's not to say we'll never revisit the concept of a pick 10. Yes, it is. But I think where we're at right now, we're doing exactly what makes perfect sense for BO7. You designed the game, BO7, so you can make anything make perfect sense for it, obviously. I just hate these people, man. Not even for what they're doing. Like, if you want to do the create a class system you have now, fine. Don't fucking lie to me about why you're doing it, though. Don't say, oh, we're not doing pick 10 because... even though we listen to your feedback. Don't say you listen to our feedback. You don't. You didn't ask us. None of us were asked. So, sounds like pick set 10 probably won't make a return under a Treyarch title for a while. Yeah, no shit. There were rumors Sledgehammer's MW3 once had a pick 10 system during development, but was cut from the final game. Perhaps a different studio...
That. Do you remember those rumors? I do not remember that being a thing at all.
I do not remember those rumors. I liked in concept the MW3 perk system, though. Perhaps a different studio should utilize it, but it remains to be seen. Either way, it's good to get a clear answer. And that's basically it. Yeah, so again, I just hate the devs. And as a reminder, remember that flag I planted earlier? Your feedback matters. No, it doesn't. They didn't ask anyone if a pick 10 system is what they would want. And you could say like, oh, well, they just like haven't been thinking about it because it's been 6 years. But that's not true. They talked about it, according to Matt Scrontz, every fucking game in the last 6 years and then said no. So they were thinking about it and then didn't ask the people whose feedback matters and whose feedback they listen to. And then said, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
I think I know better. I hate the devs. Yeah, a lot. So.
Yes, by the way, Jakin saying that reminded me. So the top comment here, the top response to that Charlie Intel tweet talking about why Pick 10 hasn't returned is a little tweet from Greg Reisdorf. And he was the creative director for Sledgehammer, I believe it was. He left now.
Oh, the guy who was...
studio.
Yeah.
He just responded to this tweet about... So once again, it said, we haven't went back to it yet because I'm not convinced it's better. That was a quote from the Treyarch dev. So Greg, Sledgehammer dev, simply responds, LOL. So that kind of got a lot of people talking. Thought that was interesting. So
Call
him,
of Duty
as
dev.
a Sledgehammer dev, as a main Sledgehammer dev, formerly he worked on MW3, he obviously liked the system.
Yep.
But he's a good follow, by the way, Greg, Reisdorf, because he'll go into detail about a lot of things. Like, people will just tweet him and be like, why the fuck did you do this in MW3? And he'll respond with like 3 paragraphs and explain things. And it's really interesting. So he's a good little follow.
Yeah.
Because somebody had asked too, maybe it was on this tweet. Somebody had asked about like, somebody responded to that tweet and they said, Greg, can you elaborate on why you guys didn't remove disbanding lobbies? It really kills COD for me, and you're normally open about this stuff. And he said, I tried to. We couldn't make it happen. Priorities, time, game development is hard. All the normal excuses would have been cool. So he's kind of pointing the finger at Activision saying they want, the devs want to do certain things, but Activision doesn't let them, essentially. So, which we already knew, but it's always interesting seeing an actual like former head dev talk about this stuff. So yeah, but he yaps about all sorts of things like that we would have never known.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's nice to get confirmation on a lot of that for sure. Yeah. Yeah. And so looking at the replies to this tweet, by the way, not many people I see saying pick 10 would be worse or they like what we're getting better. Now, again, this is not a representative sample at all of the average Call of Duty player, as we've learned this year. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, whatever. It's just a line.
Yeah, it's all like CDL accounts tweeting back.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
so this doesn't.
They're the ones who really care.
Yeah,
but it's almost it's too bad custom matches don't have more customization, I guess, because it would be really interesting if there was a whole other system in there. Like CDL could basically just make their own pick 10 system and they can change things for how they want to run their matches, but that's not going to happen. Stuff like that would be cool.
Yeah. Jake in chat has also pointed out it's because they couldn't sell as many blueprints. And with the new gunsmith, it wouldn't really work.
Oh, because they like come with attachments and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's probably part of it. Like I said, though, they could do a modified pick 10. Like rather easily, I think. Like it would be a less strict pick 10 than we used to have. Like BO4 was a very strict pick 10. Like you were guaranteed your operator abilities, and that was it. Like your primary was a point, any attachments were a point, secondary was a point, op mod was 2 points or 3 because it might have been, it was 2 or 3 points for sure. It was more than one. And then perks were a point. Perk greed was like a separate point, and then to add the perk, so that was like effectively 2 points. Yeah. Pretty fucking restrictive. They could easily, again, do a modified pick 10 where they guarantee you more shit. Like there's not going to be operator abilities, so instead of guaranteeing you the lethal and tactical, maybe they guarantee your weapon with 5 attachments. Then they can keep selling blueprints. They can keep the gunsmith as it is. And the gunsmith, to be fair, is cool. I like the gunsmith. I think it works better than it did 5 years ago when they released it. And depending on the dev studio, the in-game description is more or less correct to what it actually does, although it's never been 100% accurate ever. Make it make sense. But yeah, they don't want to. And they want to lie to you and say it's too complicated. Yeah, just whatever. Yeah. I hate them so goddamn much. They don't listen to your feedback, as a reminder. So anyway, moving on to some more fucking terrible news. And to be clear, our feedback matters. I don't remember being asked about what I would like for a Resurgence map. But here's the rumor on the street. The next Warzone map will reportedly be a Resurgence map launching with Blops 7 Season 1, and is reportedly set to be an extended version of Liberty Falls. Now, for those of you who are saying, hey, what the motherfuck is that? I don't know what that is. I've been playing COD all my life, and I have no idea what Liberty Falls is. Hey, man, welcome. You must not play zombies, because that is a zombies map in Black Ops 6. And from having played the zombies map, Liberty Falls, it seems like it would play fucking atrociously for Resurgence. But wait, here's the thing though. Obviously that's too small for a Resurgence map. So based on what a lot of people in chat were saying, and I believe most of this, a lot of this actually kind of makes sense. These are all rumors, to be fair, but I believe them. Actually, Liberty Falls, the Resurgence map, is going to be the region, not the specific zombies map. So it'll be the zombies map plus the Call of Duty multiplayer Black Ops 6 map Rewind. Just bundled up into one. And the interesting thing about that, right? The interesting thing about that is that if Liberty Falls, the zombies map, would be a poor Resurgence map, Rewind would be an even worse Resurgence map, actually. Because it's not even fun in fucking multiplayer, actually. It's horrendous. It's entirely flat, and all of the interiors of all the buildings, except for the burger shop, are fucking dog shit awful bad and not good and fun. Cool. Let's bundle them and call it a new map. Now, would that even be big enough for Resurgence? No, probably not. It, I guess, technically might be, but it would be a very small Resurgence map. So there would probably be even more shit on the map. And those other areas that get added might be good and playable. But here's the thing, guys. If we're getting the zombies and Rewind map as part of it, that's going to comprise at least 50% of the total map. So even if the other 50% is perfect and plays well in Resurgence, that's cool. What happens when I have to not be there and I have to be on the fuck ass half of the map? The map's DOA and chalked and shit is what happens, actually. Sounds horrendous. It sounds really bad. Now, to be fair, this is a rumor, and they could redesign a lot of the zombies portion or the rewind portion to make it play better for Resurgence. But the thing is, rewind would be bad for Resurgence because it's super flat, and I don't really know what they could do outside of massive additions or terraforming to make it play better. So I don't think they're going to terraform the map and then say, this is Liberty Falls, by the way. Number one. And that's it. There's only one number. Yeah, I just can't conceive of this play.
I mean, rewind, that would be a very small portion of the map. I mean, that's going to be like...
Would it? Rewind plus Liberty Falls, the zombies map?
I'm talking about just the rewind portion because you're bringing that up saying that would be a bad area. I mean, that would just
be
one
by the
POI.
way.
But on a Resurgence map, that's going to be one POI essentially. You know? So that So then reality then reality also said it features Liberty Falls, obviously, and Shattered Vale, among other places. And Shattered Vale is one of the zombies maps. I don't know anything about that. I've seen screenshots of it now, but I've never played it, and I won't play it, so I don't know. But so, yeah, because all of those maps, I guess, take place in the Liberty Falls region.
Okay.
So, but yeah, there's, did you ever look at that screenshot that Biggie posted in Warzone General?
Yes.
Okay, because that was going around too, and I guess that's part of the zombies map. I don't even know what the fuck that's from, but I kept seeing that too, and people were like, okay, this is making more sense that it's going to be a Resurgence map, and it was like, it's these 3 tall towers, so what were they saying in the pre-show that was from? Did they say that was from Shattered Vale or one of the other maps?
I think that was from Biggie. What was that from? I think it was Shattered Vale.
Anyways, because that screenshot, I mean, that's
Towers, maybe?
Janus Towers is not a map.
Here's the image for those of you guys wondering, by the way. I pulled it up on stream here. And by the way, looking at this...
Or is this a new map coming out?
I don't know. Biggie, what the fuck is this?
Oh, this is the Reckoning. So maybe this doesn't have anything to do with the map. Maybe Biggie was just fucking lying to us. I don't know.
This could be... So another thing is that chat was saying is that we're actually going to get 3 Resurgence maps. One's going to be the Liberty Falls region, one's going to be Janus Towers or that region, and then one is going to be the other one. What did you say? Janus Towers, Liberty Falls, and another zombies map, basically. Like that region.
Shattered Vale.
Shattered Vale, yes. So, even if this isn't going to be a part of the Liberty Falls region Resurgence map, if that rumor is to be believed, this would be a part of a different Resurgence map we're going to get. Yeah. And this looks interesting for Resurgence. If this were like an area of Resurgence, I don't know how this would play. My gut tells me not very good, but this is not... I haven't like lost hope on this because it depends on the interior of these buildings. And... where on the map this is located too. So like, is this dead center? Is it on the edge of the zone? Or the map rather? I don't really know. This isn't like DOA as fuck in the same way the Liberty Falls zombies map and Rewind are for Resurgence. I just guarantee those 2 or 3 or 4 POIs are going to be really fucking bad. This one I can't guarantee, but it doesn't look great. See,
I think the Liberty Falls area would actually be a really fun area to fight, honestly. But it's always hard to say because I think they would change it, and like the buildings where it's like you can't really get in the bottom floor of some of those. I think that would be opened up possibly. Obviously, a bunch of like the Rebel cutting off the road would be gone.
Right.
I don't know. I think it might be decent, and then there'd be zips going up to those roofs. I actually think it would be pretty fun, possibly that one area. Okay, so those towers, that screenshot we were looking at, those are visible when you play the Liberty Falls Zombies map. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, and that would all be be on the map. So, what else did I pull up? Oh, so the other thing was before it came out that the map was going to take place on Liberty Falls, like 2 days before that, Ghost of Hope tweeted, "There's a new Resurgence map for Warzone currently planned to release with the Black Ops 7 integration with Season 1. And then he said, some people play tested it a while back in person, and I heard nobody liked it. So, not sure if this is going to be like another Area 99 kind of, or what. But this is also reportedly going to be revealed at Call of Duty Next. That's what I think Ghost of Hope also said. Yeah. So, we'll find out here in about a month or so. Because once we see gameplay of it, it'll be pretty clear right away. Either, okay, it looks decent, but I need to play it, or, oh, this is a fuck-ass dead map.
Yeah. Here's another thing. That's a great point that Tanner's brought up, and an important point. You can never tell if a game is good by watching people play it. That's not possible. You have to play it yourself. However, you can tell easily if a game is bad by watching people play it. You can't get confirmation it's good watching someone else. You can easily get confirmation if it's bad watching someone else, though. So we won't be able to know if it's good by watching COD Next if we get to see it. But if it's really bad, it'll be obvious and definitive. Yeah. And yeah, Jake, I kind of agree with that. The zombies portion would play like Town from Fortune's Keep. I don't know if...
Not that bad, though.
It wouldn't be that bad, no.
I get what you're saying. Like, a lot of lower rooftops kind of...
Low rooftops and streets fucking right under them. Yeah. Like Vondel is kind of built like that, like the, you know, building to building with like the fucking pretty, well, the streets are a little bigger on Vondel to be fair, but like with streets just kind of intersecting them. But the Vondel rooftops are way taller than the Liberty Falls ones are. Like imagine you're under bank on Resurgence. You're just so fucking dead easily. Like worse than being under prison. Because on prison roof, which is the best part of the map on Rebirth, generally speaking, you're pretty high up there. So like if someone's shooting you from prison roof, depending on where you are, you actually have a chance to like get to cover or something. But bank is like 2 stories tall. If someone's under you there, you're not gonna kill them. You're just not. I don't like you as a person if you've liked Town on Fortune's Keep. The fucking one, I was gonna say the worst part of that map, but there are a lot of bad parts of that map. But it actually might be the worst, though. The grotto maybe was worse? Maybe? But Town was really fucking bad, so... yeah, you're a stupid fuck retard if you liked Town. Yeah, and I hope that helps. Which is exactly why I'm saying it does seem similar to the Liberty Falls Zombies map, and I would hate that. I think, though, I don't know if you also meant that it's like Town in that there are a bunch of buildings you can't enter, because that is true on Town. There are a bunch of buildings you just can't enter. They might do that for this map too. Like, so that zombies POI or whatever, all the buildings you can't enter now, you still won't be able to. I think that might even be better, honestly, than if they opened them. Do we need more buildings in that area? Like, assume that's a Resurgence map. Assume you can enter all the buildings you can already enter on the zombies portion of the map, or the zombies version. Would we want more buildings there? We might. I'm not saying we wouldn't. I'm just not really sure if you would. I'm not like convinced you would need to enter more buildings.
Some other things Reality UK said, one of the leakers. He said he's heard conflicting reports about its playability. But as from what I've heard, it actually plays okay. Talking about the Liberty Falls map. He also said this Resurgence map was originally planned to come out in Black Ops 6. Okay. And then he also says, for a resurgence map, this map is big. Interesting.
Oh, okay. If that's true, then it wouldn't be 50% of the map is DOA. It would be way less. Because, yeah, Tanner's right. These, like, the zombies map plus the multi-map would be max 4 POIs. Even then, probably 3 or 2. And if this is a big resurgence map, there would be way more POIs than that. So it's possible it's actually a good map. Yeah, I take it back. If it's big, it's possible it's a good map, even though 2 to 4 of the POIs are DOA. Because if it's big, there would be 12, 14 POIs, maybe.
Yeah.
So then it's possible that it's good. On the other hand, I haven't heard a ringing endorsement of it yet. One guy, you told me, said no one liked it. And then another guy said it played okay.
The guy that said it played okay, though, was British. So, yeah, keep that in mind.
And he was British. So, you know, not sounding great, in my opinion. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Even Liberty Falls is a small portion. Is it even the size of Stronghold on Rebirth? Certainly, right? Yeah, Liberty Falls is bigger than Stronghold.
The whole map of Liberty Falls?
Bigger than Stronghold. Yeah, I think so. It's hard to tell going from map to map, because also, like, with Liberty Falls, you can't just run through the middle of it, because that'd kind of be the easiest way to tell. Get on both and sprint to the other side of that area, but you can't do that anywhere in a straight line.
They're comparable. Yeah, I'm actually not sure.
I think Liberty Falls is probably about the length of, like, the far end of Stronghold where you hit the water, up to probably where the big guns are before you get into, like, the tented area. I think, like, that large, like, up, like, just up that wall.
Yeah.
The width, though, I think you're right. Liberty Falls is probably about as wide as Stronghold.
Yeah.
But,
about that size.
Hard to tell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
So
that'll be interesting. I don't really have any tweets about it, but I've also seen a few rumors. I don't know if you already mentioned this, that Vondel may be coming back this season reloaded. It was something to do with, like,
that.
It was from one leaker. I haven't seen it from anybody else. I don't know who the guy is, but I saw some tweets and some people, like, interacting with it. And he said it's something to do with, like, the stadium Easter egg right now in Warzone. Like, something leads you to, like, some sort of image or map that looks like it's on Vondel. So I don't know. Just
interesting.
Just something to keep in mind, something to look into. That would be dope as fuck.
That would be
if they
good.
release Vondel, I would actually come back and play Warzone. Like, actually.
Yeah.
That would get me excited to try. Would I play 3 games and immediately hop off for 3 months again? Probably, but it would get me on the game to try.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So look, to be clear, this doesn't sound promising, but at least it would be new. Okay. And as I've been saying for fucking months now, holy shit, do I need somewhere else to put my character in fucking Warzone. So even if
Are you referring to the Liberty Falls map right now, or Vondel?
Yes, Liberty Falls, okay. I'm referring to, yeah. Even if it's not very... If it's okay, like the British guy said, I'll take it. If it's bad, like the American said, good effort, at least they tried. Unironically, at least they tried something new. And then I would just not play because it sucks. Like, if it's as bad as Area 99, that'll tide me over for 2 weeks, if that. And then I'd be like, damn, that's a shame. But if that's the case, I mean this sincerely, I'm not being sarcastic, at least they tried. Like, at least they tried something fucking new. Like a new area to play the fucking game in, instead of, again, the 5-year-old maps that I'm very bored with. So hopefully these rumors are true. And I have a very hard time believing, as I've been saying for a while now also, that we are not getting a new play space for Warzone soon after the launch of BO7. Because I've got to think everyone else is getting bored of this shit too. And that also does make that Vondel leak make more sense. Because that's not strictly speaking... Say again?
Look in Warzone General when you get a second for an image. That's what I was referring to.
Let's take a peek here.
That's what there were a few screenshots, and when you, like, put that image over the Vondel map, like that's part of the Vondel POI, and the leak had like 3 different images of that.
Oh, is this the yeah, I think this is where the spiral parking lot thing is. And then there's the yeah.
That image, I don't know.
I don't know for sure, to be
that's
clear.
That's the leak
but...
I saw. Yeah, this is the guy I saw. SOU.
But like if you go down, then you're going toward the castle, right? It's kind of what this looks like to me.
Which image is that he posted?
Oh, shit.
No, that's like Zoo. That's like Zoo and Stadium right there. Yeah, that's Zoo. That's the bottom left of the map. I have the full image pulled up now, and he has it overlaid over Vondel. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he said. So this guy obviously like doesn't speak English, but he said probably Vondel coming back in season 5 Reloaded.
Yeah.
So and there's that screenshot, and then another one. That's again kind of like, or I guess it's just that one. So yeah, that would be really cool. That'd be really fun.
That would be really needed. Even if Vondel isn't strictly new, we haven't played it for a while, and it's not as old as fucking, again, Verdansk and Rebirth. I have fewer hours on Vondel than those 2 maps, easily. So that would be great. That would be great. And it would be relatively easy to do. They've designed the map already. Like, you know, so in the meantime, give us something else. And then if people get bored of that and the player count starts fucking plummeting again, re-release Ashika or Fortune's Keep. Just give us some other play spaces, man. Holy shit. So that would be great, though. I love, as a Vondel lover, that would be awesome. You know what sucks, though? If the rumors are true on this Liberty Falls Resurgence map,
yep,
that implies strongly, which is not a surprise, but I just have to say it, that we will not be getting a 70-player Vondel-sized and styled Resurgence map anytime soon, or ever again, which is a real shame.
I mean, he did say it was big for a Resurgence map, so that was kind of my hope. Like, maybe we get Vondel for a couple months, and then it goes the fuck away with BO7, and then we get a map with a similar player count to it.
That would be cool.
Because if it's flat, like you're saying would be a bad thing, then at that point it would almost be more similar to a smaller BR map, just large and flat. So maybe that's kind of what they're trying to go for. Who knows? You know, maybe it could be like in the 60 to 70 player mark, flatter, not a bunch of roofs to jump off of, like the exact opposite of Vondel, just a large flat area with buildings and, you know, some hills, trees, whatever.
My thought is that the people who play tested it would have noticed there are 69 other people.
Well, nobody who play tested is allowed to say anything. Nobody has said a single thing. We don't even know who played it. It might not have been content
No, I know, but the guy
know.
Said that of the people he talked to, no one really liked it.
Yeah.
You'd think one of those guys was like,
yeah.
And by the way, it was 70 players.
Yeah, you would
you
hope.
know?
Oh, I mean, it's not going to be 70 players. I'm just coping because we need something. Because they're going to keep Rebirth again, obviously. It's never leaving again. So if we had a Resurgence map again, that's what's cool about Vondel, is it's not even that it's just that I like the map. It just plays so much different than BR or a normal Resurgence map. It feels like a different mode, and that's what's cool about it.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I
like that player count.
Exactly. And it has very little to do with the map itself, although the map itself is by and large quite good in my opinion. It's, like you said, the size and the player count. It makes it feel like a hybrid mode that's really, really fucking fun. The likes of which we've never seen since and maybe never will. So anyway. Yeah, but anyway, all of that is to say, at least please God, let one of these rumors be true, because it's somewhere different to play Warzone on. Mostly Vondel for now, but I actually, more than that, I'd want a brand new map, even if it's fucking fuck-ass Liberty Falls. And who knows? It could play well. I mean, I don't know who like you said, I don't know who play tested it.
Yeah.
The people who play tested it and said they didn't really like it could be the people that wanted the most the PA notice to be removed and who only play casual BR. which is to say apes, right? And if those people didn't like it, that's fine. That has no bearing on whether the map is actually good or not. I don't know. So the Liberty Falls map could be good, excepting the 2 to 4 POIs of Rewind and the Zombies map. So anyway, we will see. A couple other little things here. Some fun and exciting news. Over a month later, Call of Duty World War II is back on the Microsoft Store and Xbox PC app.
Wow.
It is available again for PC Game Pass players.
It's so back,
you might be wondering, what is this back from? Well, they put it on Game Pass, and then players were getting hacked a lot, and we did a story on it. A story. What am I, a reporter? We talked about it. That was from which we got one of my favorite things I've ever seen on the internet, which was a guy who said the hacker, pulled up gay Pornhub on my computer, which is just sensational. A sensational comm. Not just Pornhub, but gay Pornhub. The guy hacked him and then pulled up gay Pornhub on his other monitor. Fuck, that's so funny. And again, a completely insane hack. No one has ever remoted into my PC, ever. That's incredibly bad and invasive. That's really scary. Yeah. So they took it off, and then supposedly it's fixed now. By the way, take note in the tweet from COD Updates. They said they brought it offline while they investigated reports of an issue. And then they say they brought it back online. They don't say what happened. Not that they needed to necessarily, but they probably should have apologized. Hey, if you were defrauded by some fucking Somali hacker, we're sorry that happened to you, and that's our bad. None of that, so that's fine. But
also, Charlie Intel said over a month later. This took essentially 2 months. This was 1 week short of 2 months. So yeah, that's
7 weeks. Yeah,
that's 7 weeks.
Yeah, that's a long time.
That's not a month. It's over a month, but that's
it is over a month. Yeah,
yeah.
Just like I'm over a month old. Yeah.
You are.
So anyway, yeah, I don't know. Doesn't really matter. But by the way, I wouldn't test it. I'd wait another month to make sure.
I would genuinely never play any of those old games on PC ever.
I mean, also sounds incredibly boring. So yeah.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. All right. So with that, just a couple other small little things here. Charlie Intel tweets more about Battlefield than COD now. By the way, just a couple of things he's pointed out. This was 3 days ago. Battlefield 2042, which is the current latest game, not Battlefield 6, has recently seen a huge uptick in players on Steam, thanks to the limited time Battlefield 6 rewards, with the Steam charts showing the game having more players than Call of Duty. Now, like, on Steam, Battlefield 2042, with, I guess, drops for the next game, has more players than Call of Duty. Now, to be clear, it's actually like 40,000 to 60,000. It's actually by a pretty big margin.
Yeah.
To be fair, at the time of the screenshot, Battlefield was doing drops for its next game. Obviously, that's going to inflate the numbers. On the other hand, this is Battlefield 2042. You might be able to promise me a suck job if I get on for an hour of Battlefield 2042 and I still don't do it. So the fact that I have more players in COD, to me, even with drops, is kind of insane. And I can't imagine that happening, during the golden age. Because Battlefield 2042 is a really bad game, from what I'm told. And not good and not fun. But there's Call of Duty.
Game.
So
yeah, it's a terrible game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of shocked at those numbers, though, because I mean, that was 61,000 people playing 2042 at that specific moment. The peak on Steam prior to that was 107,000. So 61,000 like years into this fuck ass game's life cycle. Not terrible. It's also somewhat similar to COD, although not to the extent of COD, but more people probably play Battlefield through the EA app as well, since it's like an EA game. Like a lot more people play COD through Battle.net compared to Steam. So I'm honestly very shocked at these numbers because, like, if I'm not mistaken, dude, there's been times where 2042 is like 5,000 on Steam, I think.
Yeah.
It is very, very bad. So this just kind of shows some excitement for BO6 more than anything, obviously. Because, yeah, it's like, I think you can unlock, it's between like 10 and 20 different rewards, skins, and other things for playing Battlefield 2042 and doing some stuff in that game.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyway. Last thing here. If you were like, oh, well, Battlefield 2042 sucks cock and balls, but at least Battlefield 6 will be good. Well, let's take a peek here. Battlefield 6 devs are nerfing movement in-game for the launch after seeing players abuse the slide and jump mechanics in the beta. So there's a lot of detail about this that I'm not totally clear on, but I played a lot of the beta, and I think what they were referring to was like, if you jumped weird on like a ledge or something, you would get actually like airlifted up a lot.
Oh, you would go flying across the map.
Yeah.
Like you'd go like 100 feet. Yeah. You would just bounce and land 100 feet away.
Yeah. So if that's what they were talking about, cool. And some people thought that. But then also, they mean the bog standard slide and jump, it turns out. And then, so Enders, who's our easily favorite Battlefield creator, was like, oh, game's DOA and shit and fucking ass. And then everyone was like, no, it's just for the bugs and shit. And then Enders was like, no, it's not. It's that and the basic slide and jump is getting nerfed. And then one of the devs was like, trust me, bro. And then Enders said, fine, I guess I'll wait and see. And I'll trust the devs or something. That was the last thing I saw him say on this. And I laughed because you're a stupid, stupid, stupid fuck if you're trusting DICE, who are the devs of Battlefield 6. So this is gonna, I guarantee you, whatever the worst case scenario this could mean, it's that. That's what they're doing. So they're probably hiding it behind the actual bug where you launch across the map if you jump weird. That should be fixed. That's good. But they slipped in there when they said they're going to change that. They're also nerfing the basic slide and jump, which I'm absolutely positive they're going to do. And then again, some dev said, Enders, no, wait, we're barely touching those things. And Enders said, okay, I'll believe you. Retard, don't. You've been deceived and backstabbed, and you'll find out day one of Battlefield 6, guarantee it. And by the way, from my experience, the slide and jump were not overpowered. Jumping actually got me killed already every single fucking time I did it.
I didn't think they were good at all. The sliding
was okay.
And jumping felt a lot better in 2042, actually.
The slide felt okay to me. The jump is horrendous. It got me killed every time I did it.
Yeah.
And they've nerfed it. So.
But they're also like buffing some other things, like the reticle sway or bob was bugged, so it's not supposed to do it that much. So even though it says good. Like firing while jumping or sliding will result in increased inaccuracy, they're supposedly fixing all the sway and the bob on the optic. So I think still that's going to be a lot better than it was in the beta. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I'm 30 something now. So yeah, remove jumping and sliding. That's fine by me. I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a battle dad.
I play hella loose, man. I don't.
That's a battle dad. Things. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't have a very strong opinion either way. It's a Battlefield game, so like, yeah, if you're not gonna like slide cancel around everywhere and can't expect that from a Battlefield game. But
Yeah.
I was just a little surprised because, like, yeah, sliding and jumping didn't feel good. They didn't feel like strong. The slide felt good, felt fine, felt like, okay, this is good enough. It's about what I would expect a slide in a Battlefield game to do. Certainly didn't feel nerf-worthy, though. And the jump felt buff-worthy because, again, every time you do it, I did it, you can't shoot straight. Your reticle goes off-center. Like, it's impossible to shoot straight. I lost every time I did it.
Yeah.
Here's what they should have nerfed, in my opinion. The hip fire. It was way too good in the beta. Way too good. You shouldn't ADS in Battlefield if they haven't changed that. Inside of easily 15 meters, doesn't matter what gun you're using, maybe 20. The hip fire was so busted. That's what they should have nerfed, in my opinion. At least for like the, non-SMGs. But anyway, what do I know?
That's a COD player wanting hip fire nerf. That's crazy.
What do you mean, man?
Battlefield's had really good hip fire for a little while now. 2042 had it really good too. You get hip
supposedly
fire from
though
far away. This was better, but Battlefield 2042 still, the hip fire is like not even close to the level of COD. It's a lot better.
Yeah. Well, supposedly bullets come out of the barrel of your gun, actually, in Battlefield games.
Yes.
So good hip fire makes sense, because that's how real life works. It doesn't really matter where you're looking. If your barrel's pointed at something, the bullets will go that way.
Realism nerd, huh? Yeah.
Well, that's what all the Battlefield players like, right? The realism.
Yeah.
Where I get fucking shot through the chest with a 50 cal and then some guy defibs me for a millisecond and I'm fine. And I'm totally fine.
The barrel in Hello Loose, man. You ever played that game? I started tanking. Got some tank.
Little tank commander?
It's fun, dude.
Yeah.
It's fun. I did some driving. I did some gunning.
Is there limited ammo?
Yes. Yes,
that's interesting.
But you're always dead before you'd run out anyways. So...
Yeah,
because tanks are shit and easy to take down.
Limit it more.
But yeah, dude, I joined these random guys because Gabe wasn't on, and I was playing with them, and I was like, after a while, because there's like little like testing grounds where you can go in and like drive tanks and like shoot guns, like your little practice range. So I was learning how to drive the tank. You got to shift gears and everything, dude. It's like if you have that sucker in fourth gear, with
another bind too.
Basically,
that would be crazy.
You have to put it so it's
control,
like if you need to back up,
time.
If like you need to back up, you have to put it back in reverse. You have to go from like first or second or third or fourth. You have to go down, then you have to put it in neutral, and then go to reverse, and then start reversing. It takes a while to do these things, so it's kind of interesting. You got to like be prepared for the situation. So it's like, you got to have that.
Don't
sucker
be in fourth if you think you have to back out. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you just won't move. If you come from a dead stop and you're in fourth, you just, the tank won't even move. It just like fucking sits there.
Yeah.
So kind of fun. But yeah, cool. I was driving and I told the guys, I'm like, yeah, this is my first time using the tank. And they were like, really? They're like, dude, you're honestly a really good driver. I'm like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm in my 30s. I play hella loose. No, I swear, dude. Because I played a lot of Project Reality, which like tanks were similar in that regard, where they were very slow. So, I've got the knowledge, man. I know what I'm doing.
That's cool, though. Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
That's the appeal of Hell Let Loose. That realism.
It feels powerful. It feels powerful driving those big, loud tanks around. They're cool.
It's cool that there's like a skill gap to it too, to some degree. And then you go use a tank in Ground War and COD. And you just press W and you start fucking flying. Unlimited ammo, kill everything in one shot. Yeah, it's just not rewarding at all.
So I hope that helps.
For context, by the way, you have to play with other people in Hell Let Loose. You can't just you can, but you don't. And for a tank, can you? Are the tanks like 2-seaters or 1-seaters?
They're all
in
three.
Real life, there's one driver and then there's a separate guy shooting, right?
They're all three, yeah.
So in the third guy do?
He's like the commander. So there's the driver who you look around. There's obviously not third person or anything. So you're looking through your little fucking. You can look straight. That's it. You have no clue what's slightly left, slightly right behind you. You look straight, and that's it. And then you have a little turret there that you don't really aim, but you can like whatever direction you're looking, you can fire the machine gun. So you get that, and then there's the turret gunner, and that turret turns fucking slow as shit too. Very slow. So the driver's got to be a good driver to like have the tank aim the correct way. You'll be like, keep your turret straight. I'm going to turn this way. So you got to have all that figured out. And then the third guy, 360 view, man. He's up top.
Oh,
he's got
periscope
a 360 view.
Guy?
Yeah. So
I
he
see.
can't shoot or anything. He can zoom in a lot and he can mark things. So you have like 12 times zoom on that. So that's why you get beamed from really far on tanks, is because that guy's spotting you usually.
So
he'll be spotting everything, looking around. He'll be checking behind for like somebody trying to, throw a satchel charge on you, anti-tank, stuff like that. And he's usually the one saying like, all right, go over here, go this direction. So
if you're like third person, if I'm trying to evade a tank, can I see the periscope and where it's looking?
No.
Like, is it obvious? No?
No, I don't think you have any clue. You don't know where they're looking, yeah.
So it's not realistic at all. Got it. I don't know what a periscope looks like in real life.
Like that in real life. Yeah, I don't think it is.
Well, in real life, there is a periscope, right?
I mean, for these World War II tanks, I don't know what it was like. I don't know if there's anything you could physically see moving.
Well, what's he looking out of?
I mean, he's looking out of something, but you don't know how high it's sticking up. I don't know how it turns, nothing. So I don't know if it's like obvious that you can tell where somebody's looking. That's what
interesting. Yeah.
It's obviously, he's not like sticking up with his fucking head.
Yeah, of course.
He's looking for something for sure.
Yeah. Huh. I'll have to take note of that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's Blop 7, where you're going to get an augment for your stun grenade.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for what that'll be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to overclock that.
It's an overclocked stun. So one of you said, I think it was in Discord, when you get augment stunned, it's going to say overclock stunned on your screen in big letters. It's definitely not, but just it made me laugh really hard because it's something COD would do, and it would feel exactly the same as the millisecond that your last squad mate dies in Warzone. It just the millisecond it flashes Warzone dead center, taking up your entire screen. And I can't stress enough the fucking millisecond you die. And goddamn it, it's tilting. I imagine the overclock stun saying that.
And then that
capacity.
That death recap widget on your screen that says like you've been suppressed, you've been pinged. It's going to say right there, overclock stunned. So yeah, cool stuff.
Yeah, it's going to be really exciting. So anyway,
that's an overclock.
And that's an episode. So yeah, that's it. We're done as motherfuck. So yeah, I mean, look, not much going on this week. But that was actually a decent amount of kind of interesting info. Obviously, of everything we've talked about today, I am by far most interested in what these resurgence maps are.
Reloaded's next week,
happen
actually,
with that.
By the way.
So
that just hit me. So if we're really getting Vondel and Reloaded, that would come next week possibly. So I thought we'd have some sort of info for the update by now, but of course we don't. So that's not going to come out till next week.
Yeah, because they've given up on this game already. Yeah, because we used to get the blog post
in March. They did
a week before the update, but yeah, those days are long gone, right?
The second Verdansk went live, they all pat each other on the back, edged each other, jerked each other off. And then
sexually harassed any of the women left in the office.
Harassed all of the women, which they had not many left probably.
Yeah.
And then they said, all right, let's start working on next year's game.
Yep.
The second Verdansk released. So, and I hope that helps. There's also no pod on Saturday, so keep that in mind.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
That's the surprise.
That's the surprise. So yeah, surprise. All right, that's it. If you're a patron though, you can expect one more ep this month. This week, in fact. And yeah, that's it. We hear your feedback and it matters, and we're listening to your feedback. They're not. They're lying. Just again, remember that when we get season 3 of BO7 and they give us fuck ass operator skins again.
Yeah. Hell Let Loose is better.